Hello, welcome back to another video, and you have to excuse me on this one. I've got a bit of a sore throat. If I sound like Barry White, I'm not turning into Barry White. It's because I've got a bit of a sore throat, but that's not going to stop us, right? We're gonna carry on with this video. In this video today, we're going to be looking at a very small card game released by Whizkids, and it is Fantasy Realms, a card game for 3 to 6 players. In this video, I'll be giving you a very brief overview of the rules, and believe me, it's going to be brief. We'll be telling you what we do like, what we don't like, and then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not it's worth playing. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment in the box underneath this video down there somewhere, and we'll see you after I turn into Barry White. All right. Board games 4K. So Fantasy Realms, how do you play it? It's a doddle really. Everyone's dealt a hand of 7 cards, and if you go first, you have to take a card from the top of the deck. Add that card to your hand, and then you'll choose a card to discard into the general display. And then the second person, subsequent people, can either take the card from the top of the deck, or they can choose one of the cards that have been discarded, and they take that into their hand. When there are 10 cards in the discard display, then the game is over, and then you go through all your cards one after another, and then you top up score. So on these cards, there's various little things like bonuses and penalties, and you might have things like the Warlord, and his bonus is the sum of the base strength of all the armies in your hand. And you'll notice you've got a base score at the top, and then you've got a suit, which is a colour along the side there. What you're doing, you'll be looking at all the army suits that you've got, and this Warlord bloke will be giving you a sum of all the base scores for all the armies that you've got in your hand, right? So you've got penalties on there as well, and there's a little criteria, you know, so the card might tell you, say it blanks something, so that means that all the cards that are listed as being blanked don't provide a penalty or a bonus. You might have a criteria that says for each, and then so it might list, say, I don't know, for each leader that's in your hand you get a bonus. You might have something that says unless with, so it blanks, say it blanks a leader unless you got a Warlord in your hand or something. So yeah, there's different criteria to these. So once there's 10 cards in the discard display, then you'll be going through your hand of cards that you got left, and then you'll be taking the base score of each card, and then you'll be looking at the bonus and penalty, and depending on what else you've got in your hand, that will affect what that card does. So at the end, once you've gone through all your hand of cards, and the person with the most victory points is the winner, and that's roughly how you play Fantasy Realms. That's like well easy, right? So what do we like about Fantasy Realms? Well, not much really. I mean, this game is like, I suppose it's really simple to teach. I suppose that's one of the benefits of this one. I mean, it's just basically pick a card, discard a card, that's it, right? So you don't really need to explain much. There's a little bit more to explain to people, but yeah, the fact that it's so simple and there's literally no rules. You can teach this in 10 seconds. It took a little bit longer than that, but you can literally teach this in about 10-15 seconds or whatever. Yeah, I suppose we like games that are real simple to teach and to learn here. So another thing that we like about this game is that it's quite I suppose it's kind of exciting, sort of not trying to build this perfect hand, you know, and you know that you want, say, you want, say, leaders to come out, and then you're waiting, and you know, based on what other people's decisions are, that they are going for a certain thing, and they're going to be discarding things out their deck onto the thing, so you're sort of waiting for your moment, and then you wait to pounce on what's coming. So that's quite good. It's quite a nice feeling to sort of start off with a random set of cards, and then gradually fashion your hand as much as you possibly can and create the perfect realm, right? So what don't we like about Fantasy Realms? Well, first of all, the price point. I mean, look, 20 quid for that pack of cards, right? 20 quid.
Okay.
For this one, and it's not worth the money. So just be brutally honest there. I mean, there's nothing else to say, is there, really, about the price point? A pack of cards for 20 quid. I mean, yeah, okay, so it might have taken a little while to develop this one, but charging people 20 quid for a pack of cards is a no-no, right? So another thing that does our head in with this one, I mean, I might be completely thick, but the mental juggling is it's too much for me. I mean, I know it's a basic card game, but trying to put 7 cards in your hand, and you're trying to think, well, this one affects this one, and then this one affects this one, and this one affects, and by the time you sort of get into card 6, I ain't got enough room or compartments in my pea-sized brain to juggle that many stats and that many variables, you know. So I just end up thinking, well, whatever, I'll just get rid of this one, or I'll just get rid of that one, and then just see what happens. Because I think, well, the game's quick and it takes about 15 minutes to play this one. So I think, whatever, not really that bothered about it. So yeah, too much mental juggling, too much work, too much cerebral lifting for the complexity and the size of this game. Is just, it's unbalanced in that sense. So another thing that we detest about this game is this. Bloody score pads. Why? We hate score pads. Look, score pads. No, come on, Whizkids, sort it out. I mean, I know someone's come along and they've done an app where you just, what you do is you look at the cards you've got and you just tap the card that you've got, and then it works it all out for you. And they should have created an app for this one rather than give us a score pad, because that bumps the price up, doesn't it? I mean, you know what I mean? They could have shaved a few quid off the price of this one, but yeah, score pads in this day and age, no. I mean, it would have been an absolute nightmare trying to work out, say you got a leader card and then all the variables, and trying to figure out all the different permutations of all these different cards on a score pad. No way. I mean, luckily we found the app and all the website that does it for you. That saved us from having a mental breakdown. So yeah, that's another thing that we don't like about Fantasy Realms. So, is Fantasy Realms worth playing today? And I'm going to say we're not going to recommend or not recommend this one, because this is a game that you need to play many times. We just haven't played it that much to explore the depth that this one's got, because I'm pretty sure if you play it enough, you'll be able to know exactly what cards go with what and when they come out, and you'll know instantly. Say if the warlord comes out, you'll know exactly what matches it, and we haven't played it enough to do that, so we can't recommend this one. I mean, it's got a bit of a steep curve on it. It starts off where you're just thinking, oh, that's made in, and I suppose as you get more limber with it, it sort of becomes easier to play. But we just found that this one, it's too much, like we said, it's too much mental lifting for the size and complexity of this one and the length of it. So I'm going to say it's just an average sort of card game, which isn't worth the price point. It tries to be more complex than it actually is. So we can't, like we said, we can't tell you yes or no on this one, because we need to play it more. But after a few plays of this, I'm not saying, I just think it's just an average game. So, you know, I'm going to give this about maybe 2 or 3 stars out of 5. So yeah, it's not great, and it's not terrible either. So yeah, that's Fantasy Realms. And yeah, like we said, if you're new here or you want to see more of this stuff, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.